Hello everyone. Um, yes, another little video from me, and it looks a bit like I'm wearing a big Vajra necklace. So why have I got this Vajra here? Well, I thought what I'd do over the next 5 days is talk a bit about the five Buddhas, but the five Buddhas in terms of us working with our mental states. I thought that might be helpful. So the Vajra, it's a very mysterious object. It's one that's used ritually particularly in Vajrayana rituals. It's got five spokes at either end and an orb in the middle. It's got lots of other things, but I'm not going to go into all the details of the Vajra. But these five spokes at either end, sometimes they're described in terms of the five wisdoms being at one end and the five, you could say, negative mental states or poisons at the other end. So the five wisdoms transforms those five negative mental states. We're going to be entering the mandala today from the east, which is the most usual way that it is entered. So the east and early dawn. And there sits Aksobya, the deep blue Buddha of the East. So I'll just say briefly about the others, although I'm not going to talk about them. So yes, Aksobya transforms the defilement of aversion or hatred into the mirror-like wisdom. Then in the south we find Ratnasambhava, the golden Buddha, who transforms pride into the wisdom of equality. And carrying on round to the west, we find the red Buddha, Amitabha, who transforms craving into the discriminating wisdom. Then in the north, we have Amoghasiddhi, who transforms envy or jealousy into the all-accomplishing wisdom. And then finally, in the centre, we have Vairochana, the white Buddha, in the centre without circumference, who transforms ignorance into what's called the wisdom of the Dharma Dhatu. For now, I'll call it the wisdom of reality. In a way, being white, he encompasses all the other colours and all the other wisdoms. I was thinking this morning how, in a way, the Vajra is a bit like a beautiful rainbow in the sky, and one end of that rainbow that falls into samsara has got all the colours of those mental states that I've just described, and then the other end of the rainbow falls into nirvana, falls into the freedom of nirvana, and that has all the colours of the wisdoms. So yes, Aksobya in the east, and he is the imperturbable. We see him sitting, touching the earth with his right hand. So he sits in a posture that's very like that we see the Buddha Shakyamuni sitting, with touching the earth mudra. And so he's very grounded. His quality is that of being unshakable, imperturbable. And you could say that's exactly what we need at the moment, is to be imperturbable, not to be rocked about, particularly rocked about by things we hear in the media, by anxiety and worry. And his mirror is his wisdom rather is the mirror-like wisdom. The mirror-like wisdom. So it's very clear seeing. It sees things as they actually are. So how things actually are is way behind any of our concerns and worries. It's beyond hope and fear. It's grounded. It just is very direct, we could say. And a mirror reflects exactly as things are. without anything added or without anything taken away. It sees things as they actually are. The animal connected to Aksobya is the elephant. And the elephant is very, well, it's enormous, isn't it? It's very stable. It puts one foot very determinedly before the other. It certainly is unmovable if it wants to be. And it's all, despite its size, it's a very sensitive animal. It's a very loving animal. Elephants are known to, well, even stand by the bones of loved ones that have died. It's very imperturbable and very loyal. All those qualities we can associate with Aksobya. So I'd like to do a little exercise now with you all that I'm doing as well, obviously, and it's about being in our own space. It's about being grounded and imperturbable. So we're washed around by expectations or fears about the future, wanting things to be different. But when we're actually in touch with our own sensations, with our own senses in now, here and now, it removes all those fears and anxieties, if we're really present. So if we take our attention deep inside ourselves and we take our attention to what we can feel in our body, the sensations, the bare sensations in our body. So just noticing if we're warm or cool, if we have feelings of hunger, emptiness in our belly, or maybe we've recently eaten and there's a sense of satisfied fullness in the belly. If we have anxiety, maybe we can feel some fluttering around our heart, tightness in the head. Whatever it is, just noticing. And what I'm noticing is a lot of very pleasant feelings, pleasant sensations. I can hear the birds in the garden. And it's a very sunny day. I have a sense of light everywhere, all around me. And that gives me a sensation of light inside me. I feel spacious. I'm loving the quiet. Things just as they are fine. I can feel energy in my back. And I'm in touch with a sense of aliveness. Being alive. And at this moment being healthy. And that sense of gratitude for being healthy is adding to my direct sensations of being fine, being okay, and of pleasure. So there we are. We can do that several times a day just to bring ourselves back to the present moment. So that's all I'm going to say for today. And I hope you're all keeping well. Keep your spirits up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.